this video, we are going to be taking a look at some potential new items that could be dropping to build a boat for treasure in the future, and potentially with a Christmas update that could drop. Now guys, nothing is confirmed with the Christmas update, but then again, the build a boat for treasure testing server has been getting frequently updated this month, which means they could be working on something. And also we did get a Halloween update inside of October, so there could be a chance we could get a Christmas update this year. They haven't announced anything just yet, so we're just playing it by ear for now, but we're going to be taking a look at some of the most requested items and also some tools that could be coming to build a boat for treasure, and maybe some of these could be dropping inside of the Christmas update. So make sure you guys stay tuned, and also be sure to like the video and subscribe, and comment down below if there was new gifts added to build a boat, what would you want inside of them. Well, let's hop straight into one of the first ones on the list that's been requested so many times that maybe they just might add this. As you guys may know, they have a bunch of blocks inside of the game that activate different things. We have switches, we have buttons, we have another switch, a lever, we got the delay block as well, but basically all of these activate something. So whether I'm trying to use a balloon or whether I'm trying to activate a jet, these actually will activate pretty much anything inside of the game that can be activated. But there's been many requests for a type of block like this, but it's a sensor block. So basically how it would work is you place the sensor block down. Let's just use a harpoon for example. So if I had myself a harpoon like this, pretend that this part right here, the actual rope of the harpoon, is the invisible sensor. So anytime someone walks over it, whatever gets activated activates, and you can make it invisible, or you can just have it like a red laser, but just a sensor block. So every time a player moves past it, it activates something else. I mean, that would make the entire game change. There'd be so many cool creations with it. It would definitely be a very fun block, and tons and tons of people have been requesting this to the game for years now. So maybe it's a thing they might consider inside of the future. Just think about it, guys. Like when you're going to Walmart and there's like doors that open automatically, those are with a sensor. Like you could have literally opening doors, you could have sensors do pretty much anything, and it would be crazy. It's literally one of the most wanted things inside of build a boat for treasure. Let me know down below your guys' thoughts on a sensor block. This next item is not really like an item, but more of an actual tool inside of the game, and this tool has gotten requested so many times, but I think they don't actually have to make a new tool to add this. I feel like they could add this as a feature with the tool already inside of the game. So you guys may know, inside of one of the previous Christmas updates that we got the trowel tool right here. This is actually a brand new tool that was added inside the Christmas update 2 years ago. So it's been inside the game for quite some time now. Now what this tool can do is it can move things, and not only that, it can rotate right here as well. So it can rotate things, it can move things, and not only that, but it can also clone. But you guys can see right here, it can clone, but it can't mirror. And that's the one thing people have been requesting like crazy, is a mirror tool. I feel like they could definitely implement this into the trowel tool super easily and just make it another option. Because if you think about it, when you mirror things, all you're really doing is just combining both the clone and also the rotate at the same time, and you're rotating it 180 degrees. So this right here would just be like a reflection tool. So you'd grab it, you drag it, but instead of cloning it, you're cloning it and it's flipping it 180 degrees, and you're basically mirroring. So they're now mirrored against each other, kind of like this right here, where you would have this and you'd mirror, and just like that. I mean, it's literally a mirror. A lot of players have been requesting that as well, and I feel like they could definitely implement that inside of the trowel tool. Let me know down below if you guys would find that helpful inside of the game, because this thing has been requested so many times. And speaking about tools, there was also a tool that got updated a very long time ago that might take a return to build a boat, but maybe they are just abandoning this idea in general. I literally have no clue. But for those of you guys who don't remember, the owner of the game actually uploaded a new tool to his inventory, which is the blueprint tool right here, where basically you could basically place down builds automatically, and other people's builds would be added to the shop. So you could, for example, if someone built like an actual like tire, all you need is the necessary blocks to own, and you could place it down, and it would cost gold to place down. But that was added to this inventory like 3 years ago, so I'm not sure if that's ever going to get added or not, but it is definitely could be possible inside the future, but I don't know. On top of that, there's also another tool change that they're pretty much hinting at inside of the game right now. That's literally inside of the game. It's a secret inside of the game. They're basically hinting that they're going to do it in build a boat for treasure, and that is the 0.001 scaling right here, which this is what that is hinting at inside of the secret room right here, where basically what that means is you're going to be able to scale blocks with the scaling tool way smaller than you can can now to get insane scales. Right now, I believe you can only go to 0.01, but with this update that they're hinting at inside of this room, they're definitely hinting at the 0.001 scaling update, because right after Roblox announced that this was possible to do, we saw this secret get added to this room. But it's been a couple years since this has gotten added, but nothing has changed with the scale tool just yet, so maybe they might add this inside of an incoming update. I mean, they're hinting at it right here, so it's definitely possible. Another item that I see get requested a lot inside of the game is kind of like the sensor block, but not at the same time. Basically, what it would be is a pressure plate, where it would act like every other ordinary sensor inside of the game, but whenever, instead of them like passing over the sensor is the pressure plate, just like inside of Minecraft. So basically, anytime something gets applied with pressure, that it activates whatever is being activated. I feel like if they add a sensor block, it's pretty much the same as a sensor block, except it's just using like the weight of whatever's dropped on it. I feel like maybe even if you like drop the blocks on it as well, like if you put an unanchored block or item on the pressure plate and it activated, that would also be really cool. But I've seen pressure plates get recommended so many times. You guys have commented it a lot as well with the sensor block, so both of them have been requested many times. There's also more features that might be added. Is also, you guys can see right here, we have a drag select with the property tool as well with the trowel tool. Many players have been requesting a drag select for the paint tool, the bind tool, and also the scale tool. It's a very unique feature and it just makes things easier, and I really hope they add it inside the future for pretty much every other tool inside of the game, because it makes selecting things way easier and faster. On top of that, there's also been many Christmas items added inside of the past for pretty much every category. Like for mounted cannons, we have the snowball launcher. For harpoons, we have the double candy cane harpoon. For thrusters, we have the winter thruster, but I unfortunately, that's like one of the items I don't have inside of Build-A-Boat, is that item right there. We have the winter jet turbine. We have the winter boat motor as well. Now that I think about it, the only thing we don't have winter like themed of is jetpacks. Pretty much all the other categories are taken, but the jetpacks, there's no Christmas jetpack inside of the game. There's an Easter jetpack, there's a star jetpack, but there's no Christmas jetpack, so that might be a possibility because there's a Christmas version of pretty much all the other interactive items inside of the game. So that's also a possibility as well. I mean, guys, there could literally be anything, but that's if there's an update. As I mentioned earlier in the video, nothing is confirmed, so we literally will have no idea until something does come out, or if it doesn't come out. As I've said in the previous videos as well, if there is going to be an update, it probably will be now, like the weekend before Christmas, because they usually drop Build-A-Boat updates on the weekends, but then again, nothing's confirmed. So I mean, this thing could drop or nothing could come out at all. So if you guys want to stay up to date in case anything does drop, be sure to like the video and subscribe, and let me know down below your favorite item and what you guys want added to Build-A-Boat for treasure. I'll see you guys all later. Peace out.